Hey, I think it's live again. How's everyone? Who do we have here? Josia, I will be eating dinner. You can watch at the same time. We have Jem Zentoris. How are you doing? Non-fam Santiago. Almost always the same. I'm surprised non-fam and Santiago are not the first in the chat. Josia came first before going for dinner. So how's everything? First, I was able to stay awake tonight. David, thank you very much. What time is it? Can you remind me what time is it? I hope not something like 3 or 4 in the morning. Did you notice anything? I think the stream should be much higher quality. Better internet, better quality, better everything. But how about on your end? Can you confirm? Should be full HD now. Audio and video are. Yeah, great. So I just realized my router has 2 Wi-Fi, one 5G and the regular one, and somehow I've never used the 5G Wi-Fi on my router. So because it's a new one, so I just discovered that. So now I'm on the 5G one, so it should be much better. And then I also didn't realize that on StreamYard you can select, what definition you wanna stream on, and by default is 720p. So I just increased to full HD. So that should be much better. 9:30 at night. Last week was really tired. Yeah, I guess end of busy working day for David, right? Jay, hello. So first, as always, let me bring back the banner. Okay. Don't forget, this time I opened it already. So let's try if it's working. Can you try to get some entry, and then I will check, because last time I opened this later and then it seems that it's not taking the very early entries. There's some kind of limits, but now it's already open, so I already have 2 entries. Okay, should be good. Santiago, James Centers. Okay, so 2 entries. Okay, great. So now it's recording everything. So yeah, last time I should have opened it much earlier. Bin Tian, 12:30 noon. 12:30? Where is that? 12:30. Let me check. On which day? Because it's 9:30 here. 12:30? Where is 12:30? 12:30 on Thursday. That's 12:30. This where? Where is that? Dr. Wong joined as well. Oh, Sydney. 12:30? Let me think. Oh, I thought Australia was similar to China, or to Shanghai at least. 12:30, so that means you're ahead. You're what? Oh yeah, 3 hours ahead. Okay, yeah. No, okay, great. But Polymaker is awesome. Everyone is awesome. Don't forget, everyone is awesome. We have 5 entries. Okay, so it's working well. So what's the plan today? Today the plan is we're going to brainstorm a little bit around some nice stuff to do. I was thinking, okay, what am I going to do during the stream? I was thinking about this yesterday, and then I think there's a lot of content that we are working on here at Polymaker. But I want to share a little bit, what we're working on, and I want to brainstorm with you. So you can tell me, what are the type of thing you're looking for in terms of content, product, etc. And then, we can redirect a little bit some of our project. So I have a list here. So I don't forget at least this topic. So at least we will talk about sustainability. So I've seen on Twitter, let me check again, what's the name? Jake, I think Jake and Mrs. G33KT3CH #ER Earth 2022. Okay, yeah, that's a long name, but these two were talking about, one was saying there's no way 3D printing can be sustainable, and the other was trying to challenge that idea. So let's try to to brainstorm a little bit, what 3D printing company could do to make our industry more sustainable. We can focus on filament manufacturer for us, but if you have some ideas for 3D printer company, software company, less support for a slicer company, for example, we can talk about that. The second one is for TDS. We love data. We love answering question with a nice chart and good example, good testing. So I would like to show you what we're working on in terms of the TDS, and also a kind of dashboard that is pretty cool. And then the third topic would be, we have started Discord, a Reddit, we have a Twitch account, and we are on TikTok. And all of these platforms, so our goal is to bring more awareness, but each platform is very, very specific. You don't put the content on Reddit that is the same on TikTok or Twitch, or Discord doesn't have the same use as you would use a Reddit, for example, even though they are both for communities, but the interaction is different. So I would like to understand from you what you're expecting. If some of you might be more active on Discord, they want some stuff there. Some of you are more active on, like to have some TikTok video about some new product or quick tips, for example, like 30-second tips on how to print this and this material. And the last topic is new products. And also, in terms of colors, we are working on an idea so that you can create your own color. But anyway, so that's the four topics that I would like to talk about today. So that's basically the plan. It's probably Friday already in Sydney. Yeah, same as us. So we are Friday morning, and they are starting their afternoon. What's up, people? UAV Hero. I think I sent you an email yesterday. Yesterday I caught up on all the giveaway. We have like I think close to hundreds of giveaway every month. So, and sometimes if I take a few days where I cannot enter all the orders for the giveaway, then it accumulates very quickly. And obviously, I know you guys want to receive the prices quickly. So yeah, I apologize for the late on this one, but I promise yesterday I caught up on everything. So if you haven't received today or maybe tomorrow a tracking number in your email for all the ones that are waiting for a spool, then just let me know. But theoretically, everything is in the system. Builder's Mark, yeah, talking about this. We talked a lot about this with Builder's Mark, how to make the process smoother. A lot of awesome people as always. And then TikTok, no way. Reddit, nope. YouTube and Twitter and Instagram, okay. Well, that's what I want to get. That's what I want to get from you guys. So Randall Burke. So why some people like TikTok because it's a quick way to get some videos. I don't know if 3D printing tips would work well on TikTok, but that's the question we're going to try to answer today. Reddit is the same. I've seen a lot of people going on Reddit in order to troubleshoot their prints. So if as a company we can offer a tool that I can troubleshoot quicker, then if Reddit is a solution, then why not? But it seems that you're more YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. We are very active on Twitter. YouTube, we have our live stream, and very active on Instagram as well. So we are trying to see if there is other way to expand or how can we improve those channels already. That would be awesome to make our own color. Yeah, definitely. We're going to talk about this. Win all the giveaway, Builder's Mark. Yeah, I mean theoretically, if you follow all the people that we are working with, then you have you. I guess you can almost have one spool per month for free. Just go into all of these people and enter their giveaways, and if not more. I mean, I know some people. I mean, when I enter the order, sometimes I see some names that always come back. So I'm pretty sure some people, they don't even need to go on our website. They just follow all the people we are working with and then enter all the giveaways, enter all the contests. And that's how they resupply their filament. David M. agreed on making our own colors. Yeah, we're going to talk about this. What was that rainbow print on the waiting picture? I'm doing like this, right? So I cannot talk too much about it, but that's how we make a thumbnail, right? Yes, I got your email. Okay, great. Nick, just get things out when you can. We can be patient. Yeah, I understand. You guys have great understanding. But I still want to get the spool to you as soon as possible. Twitch as well. Chance Primo. I have to say, you guys, serious, are one of the most in tune and engaged filament company I've ever seen. Oh, thank you very much, Rem Thompson. Thank you very much. And today we are trying to improve that. Today, like I explained, the different topic, we're going to try to find ways to do that even better. And I arrived to the end of the chat. Loyal, welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming to the stream, even though I know how busy you are preparing tomorrow for you, right? So awesome to see you here. So first question, sustainability. Let me share. Oh, actually, you know what? It's difficult to share an Excel file somehow on StreamYard. So I already shared it. So maybe let's start by the second one. I want to show you very quickly an idea I had about how can you look at the data. So let me show you this. This is what I was working on. Is we have a lot of people that we have all our TDS for the product, but you have to download all the PDF from all of the product page, and a lot of people want to have like a global view of like what's your strongest filament, what's the most heat resistance, what is the easiest to print, etc. So let me show you. This is a proof of concept, right? It's basically. Is there anyone in the chat that knows Power BI? That business intelligence software where you can visualize data in a good way. So it's basically like Excel, but it's more visualization oriented. And so I did that on Excel, and I will move that to Power BI. And the great thing is the dashboard you create on Power BI, you can put it online. So I can put a link on our website, and then you can just on the web browser, you can access the dashboard. And the idea is this. On the side, you would have, you can see, right? Let me check. Can you see if I select one? Does it, let me check. If I select this and then this, does it appear? Oh, somehow it doesn't appear on the, let me check again. Okay, it works. So the idea is this. You would go to row label. You would go to this dashboard, and then you would select the product you want. So here you have to type, but let's say you have all the product, and you just need to select. So we can do that on Power BI. So let's say I select all the PLA, right? So here I just type PLA in the filter, and then I select all the PLA. And then you would have on the other side or somewhere, I don't know how I'm going to do the UI, but you would select what data you're looking for. So let's say we want to compare all the PLA. We want to compare, let's say, the tensor strengths, the layer adhesion. So let's compare the layer adhesion. So this is the tensor strengths on the Z-axis. So you plot that, and then you should have, so now you have a chart that directly show you, the different data for what you have selected. So you can see that our PLA Pro seems to have the highest layer adhesion, the absolute layer adhesion. And then you can select, let's say the Young's modulus. Let's see, maybe, okay, and then the tensor strengths on the XY. And then you just select, all the data you want: heat resistance, modulus, what else do we have? Impact strength, etc. And then on the side, you can basically highlight. So every time you will select a mechanical property on at the bottom, you will have a kind of information sheet that will explain, what method we have used, and maybe, if possible, maybe a small picture of how we did the test, and maybe in a small card you will have the printing setting that we have used, and then that's going to be the dashboard, and then you just play around and then click and click and click. So that's the first idea on what we could do to improve a little bit the access to information. So what do you guys think about this, about sharing this data, or do you guys have some ideas on how to improve? I don't know, maybe we should have maybe we shouldn't have our data, but somehow we should work with a third party to make it I don't know, more credible for you or less biased, something like this. Do you guys have some ideas of maybe adding some other products outside of our portfolio so that you can compare? But then we would need to do the test. So I mean, I can say we do the test the same as ours, but I would understand if you want a third party to do that. But yeah, what do you guys think about this? David M, love seeing your post on Amazon reviews. The Weed Walker had me laughing. Yeah. I mean, every day I read these reviews, and it was so funny. And then I just decided, I have to share the fun with everyone. And actually, yesterday or 2 days ago, we received a return, and it was a curtain, a bathroom curtain, or just a regular curtain, and it was returned as being our PolyDissolve S1, our PVA. And it was like, I mean, I have the picture. I will share the picture. It was so funny. The guy returned a PVA spool, and it was a curtain. There's the sticker and everything on it. So I don't think it's really the user. I think something going on in the Amazon warehouse, where when they receive stuff, maybe they put the wrong sticker, but it's funny. Can you imagine this one, the return product that are going back to our inventory? So it's like a S1 spool, it's like a PVA spool, but actually it's a curtain and goes back to our inventory, and then someone order PolyDissolve S1, and then he receive a curtain that is written PolyDissolve S1 on it. Can you imagine a little bit how Polymaker would look like if this happened? So yeah, managing our return is important as well. Loyal, Heini, I can't miss your stream. Thank you, Loyal. I booked my whole Saturday morning for your awesome stream that is coming for Friday evening for you guys. I know it's going to be awesome. So I booked 5 hours. Maybe it's too short, but at least 5 hours. Abdullah just joined us. Another how do you call that in English? Another loyal, well, not loyal, but coming back often. Didn't want to make a joke about it, but I'm interested to know more about printing support using water soluble material. I don't know what you're trying to what's the exact question, but the example I was saying about the curtain is PVA. So it's our PolyDissolve S1, and this material prints at like 220 degrees Celsius with like maybe 45 millimeters per second. So similar to PLA, but you have to print it a little bit slower. And then this particular material will dissolve in water. So I don't know what, PVA. Just look for a PVA filament, or just type PVA in on our store, and then you will have that specific filament. It's more expensive than regular filaments. It's more hygroscopic, so you would need a dry box to print with that filament, because it dissolves in water, so it absorbs water very easily. It can become a little bit flexible if it starts to absorb water, so you would have to modify the setting as you would print with a flexible filament, which means lower speed. But yeah, that's a quick summary of water soluble material. layer adhesion could be next to the XY. Yeah. And again, you could do this. So I can go back and just click tensor strands in the Z-axis, and then it would just appear. And then, well, actually, let me check. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Yeah. So for example, here you can see that Polylight PLA Pro, there might be an issue. If you check the ISO, yeah, it's the same method, but the Z-axis is higher than the XY. So definitely something that we need to review there. The other one is Polylight PLA. Seems that there is no tensor strands on the Z-axis, maybe because the method is different. But this way, I can also have a kind of button where you can share a screenshot or share feedback, and then we would go back to the data and then retest them or analyze them, so that we can have higher and higher quality data. But definitely the fact that you can have access to all of this data. I mean, let me show you. Can you see? Yeah. So this is the raw data behind. So you have pretty much everything that we have tested from the beginning, and you have access to all of this data, but in a better way, in a more visualized way, and very interactive. And that's what we wanted to do. But all of this data, some of them was tested like 5 years ago, some of them was tested last week. So our method has evolved. So that's why it's not the highest quality data, but we believe that there's all the enough information to know how to improve them. But anyway, that was the first idea on on how can we or how we can improve our information. I really like the idea. I have a color-coded Excel with most of your material TDS. Yeah, well, you did it already. I have another Excel that shows the expansion, or like the shrinkage or expansion of our nylon, depending on the infill, depending on the post-processing. So I sent that Excel to Santiago already. But basically, you can select what material you want, and then you can select what are the post-processing, like if it's absorbing moisture, moisture conditioning, or if it's annealing. Then you select that, and then you select the size of your model. So it's like some cubes, and then it will show you how much it would shrink, because we tested everything. So this I can also include it in the dashboard. So you would have access to everything. You would have a nice dashboard, and then click, and then you have a nice chart. And if you want to screenshot the chart and then share it somewhere, or a lot of people are asking the question, what's the difference between this and this? Then you go on the dashboard, click this and this, plot all the data, and then take a screenshot, and then here's the answer. So yeah, that's the idea. If you have other ideas on how to improve that one, just let me know. Loyal Moses, 5 hours, we'll just get started. I knew it. Yes, a PVA Polymaker shower curtain. Yeah, definitely. That's so strange, right? And definitely we removed that from the inventory. Can you imagine if someone receive a curtain when they buy a spool? Nick, if you booked 5 hours, that's probably not enough. I knew it. Josia, PVA. Oh, Josia, did you finish your dinner? Yes, PVA curtains. Wonder what would happen if it was used. A lot of awesome people, as always. Oh, yes, the CTE coefficient of thermal expansion and friction and shrinkage while anneal and max crystallinity. We don't have yet a way to give the shrinkage rate in function of the crystallinity degree. Because we would need a way to define to find out the crystallinity degree, which I don't know the specific machine to test that. But I think what we have is should be already quite good. Sounds like a great idea. Be nice seeing all the data for different filament. Yes, we will. I was thinking of printing some complex form with PVA in order to take a silicone mold then dissolving the PVA similar to for metal casting. Yet to try though. Some people have done it. Some people have done it. They basically just like you said. I also had experience with a customer that was polishing the PVA print with water because it dissolves in water. It's the same principle as Polysmooth, but with alcohol. And so they take their PVA print, they polish it with water. So they just dip it a little bit with water, and then they cast it. So pretty interesting. Will there be a Polymax PCCF? Yeah, we can talk about the new product in our fourth topic. Short answer is. Am I allowed to say this? Short answer is maybe yes. Maybe yes. Okay, so that was for the TDS. So if you guys like it, we will continue that project, put it on Power BI. And I think we should have something maybe this month, I think, because we already have all the raw data. We just need to build a nice UI. We are not, UI, user interface expert for the design. So when you have the first version, just, try to feedback to us, okay? Like how easy it is to use. What would you like? So I will have I will put my email somewhere, and then you just send me some feedback, some ideas, and then at least we will have a starting point to improve from. Okay, so next, would PVA work with PLSCF? Yes, it should. It should work. Actually, it should work. It should work better. Let me think. PLS. Not necessarily, but yeah, it should work. Josiah, probably, yes. Steven, I'm awesome. Yes, a lot of awesome people. So let me check. Are we still gathering all the entries? 14 entries. Yeah, perfect. Nice way to get... Okay, so let me remove that. The second topic is sustainability. You guys need to help me to find some ideas on how to be more sustainable. Let me show you the discussion that I've seen this morning that piqued my interest. There you go. Let me see. Okay. So so I was like this. I think yesterday or 7 hours ago, so to this morning for you, Chris Pirillo posted something that say, "Tell me your most controversial 3D printing opinion." And I highly recommend you go and read these 67 replies, because I think there is some interesting topic. But one of them that was highlighted by Jake was so the answer was that we will never find a way to balance out the ecological scale. While the industry is attempting to move to more eco-friendly spools, etc., we will still have a large plastic waste problem. So I thought that was interesting, because first I wanted, and that's the question from Jake, but I wanted a little bit more detail. What do we mean by a large plastic waste problem? Do we mean we produce all our product out of plastic, and these products are considered as a waste? Or are we talking about the actual waste? For example, supports, for example, the brim, when you fail the print, when you have that 1 meter left on the spool that you cannot use. So is that considered as waste? Because if that's the second option, then for me, I think it's the opposite. I think 3D printing don't have enough waste in order to at least, in order to start thinking about recycling program for failed, for for the raft and all of this. Why? Because first, it's additive manufacturing, so we are not even going to the direction of having more waste, because it's like this. The printer are becoming more reliable, right? Because I guess the biggest waste come from fail. I don't think it comes from supports. I think it comes from fail. But the fail is not something that will scale up, right? The industry will scale up, but I hope that we are going to get more reliable printer, and we're going to get less of all of this fail. So that's the first question. What do we mean by waste? And then the second thing that intrigues me is how can we say that we can never do something? I'm a big believer of nothing is impossible. There's always solution. Whether it's a good solution, whether it's a hard solution, whether it's a very hard solution, but there's always something to do, right? So I started to follow the discussion, and then Jake came in and I said, I'm very new. Can you explain the waste involved? Which is what I just explained. What question I also had. I'd be interested in keeping waste down to a minimum. Failed print, empty spools, support waste. Can the community elaborate more? What have left out? Manufacturing process. So the answer was you've named the main bulk of it, and unfortunately there's no way to really take the different filament waste to make it into new filament due to formula differences between brands. So it seems that in her, I guess mine, Mrs., is the waste was the second option, was the failed print, the support, the raft, and everything. I do think there is no way to really take the different filament waste. There is, I think, even though a lot of PLA has different formulas, there is way to just put them together, and then you have a black mix PLA plastic, so you can recycle it. However, that PLA won't have a very consistent color. It would be black. It won't have a consistent mechanical property. Maybe printability should be okay, I think, if we are if it's not 100% recycled, or even if it's 100% recycled, I think we could find a way to print it. It won't be the best quality though. But there is a way to do that. And then, so the answer was for the spools. So one thing I agree is the plastic spools is a huge waste. Why I consider this as waste? Because it's like a one-time use. We just, in our factory, we take the spool, so we injection mold the spool. So you already have a spool, right? Then we wind, and then we send to you, and then you unwind, and then that's it. So we basically take 200 grams of plastic to wind something on it, ship out to you. We pay the shipping for that 200 grams of plastic. You receive it, you unwind everything, and then that's it. What to do with this spool? So we can think about, our thinking was maybe we can have a return program where we take all the plastic spool back. The problem is you can think about the economical value of doing that. Every single of you would have to ship the spool back to somewhere. So we are an international company. So you can think about, I think we are selling in maybe 50, 80 plus countries, I think. So we would have to find a way that, you have some kind of hubs, at least, I guess. And how much in the US it would cost to return a spool, for example. One spool, I know our shipping cost for one spool is around $6. So an empty spool would be maybe $2 to send an empty spool. That's huge for everyone. So even though we put the program, I don't think people would be willing to pay that much to return. Maybe big businesses would have like pallets of spools. Then maybe it makes it a little bit more viable to send these. So the other ideas would be we have to bear the cost, but then that's huge. If we have to pay for all of these return, that's huge. So finally we decided, okay, if we have a problem with plastic spool, then we should just get rid of the plastic spool. And we had the thinking between, master spool or the carbo spool. So the master spool, it's a great idea. It basically get rid of the whole problem. There's no spool. The issue we had is the following. The first one is the master spool concept would be awesome if we really have a master spool concept, which means the whole world is using the same standard. But right now, we are still not using exactly the same standard. But that's just one point. I don't know if it's the main one. I guess the main one was the user experience. After doing some survey, after asking people, even though a lot of people were liking the master spool concept, a very few of them were willing to, open a spool and then change the filament and then closing the spool, etc. So, and what we were thinking is maybe they don't like it because it's not easy. For example, you have some master spool where you have some screws that you need to unscrew. You have some master spool that you need to, the whole thing you need to screw. There's some master spool you have to print yourself. So we wanted to find a way to, clip the spool, blah, blah, blah. So we tried to design one master spool, but it didn't work out. It was not as easy to use as you take the spool, you do click, click like this. That was the idea. In our mind, if we had a design that you take it, you open and then you close, then that was it. That was a good idea to launch the master spool. But the problem is, you have to make sure that everything is tied inside. You have the beginning of the filament that needs to be tucked inside. You have the end of the filament that need to be tucked inside. You have the core that needs to be tight against the inner surface of the spool, so that it doesn't have so that it has enough friction inside, so that it doesn't unwind. So there's so many problems that finally we decided, okay, maybe at this point, we still need a spool. So we just have to find a better way than plastic. And then that's how we ended up with cardboard. The problem with cardboard is, well, the use of cardboard is already huge, especially in China. And we didn't want to add more cardboard on the market. And the good thing is, in China, we recycle cardboard, a huge amount of cardboard. So we just took the raw materials from that recycled pile of cardboard. So in a way, we are not adding more cardboard on the market. We are just reusing cardboard that come from boxes or all the packaging, and the idea was that the spool would just go back to that state. And then maybe as of today, because we launched already a year ago, maybe we have made some cardboard spool made of recycled cardboard spool that came back and was recycled. So for me, that's sustainable. Sustainable means kind of a cycle, right? It's something that can sustain. So if we ship out the spool and then you throw it in the recycle bin and then they are recycled, and I don't know if somehow they're back to China, but even if we manufacture in the US, and then that's a cycle. The cardboard are recycled and then reshaped into spools, etc., etc. Another thing that we had feedback is the cardboard spool was so, well, maybe biased, but was so good quality that people started to be guilty to throw even the cardboard spool, because it was too good. And then we had this problem where, okay, so actually people are looking for something that they don't mind throwing away. And so we didn't want to go back to like corrugated, how do you say this? That cardboard with the thing inside, corrugated cardboard or whatever, you know what I mean? And because this one is very flimsy and then it can tear up very easily, and this kind of stuff, people wouldn't mind throwing it away. But our spool, even though it's cardboard, like 100% recycled cardboard, even the sticker, we are using paper craft to make the sticker. If you notice, there's not even the PE film on top of the sticker. So, but they have difficulties to throw that away because it's good cardboard. So even that, people would like a reuse program, so they could, but then we end up with the same issue as we had first. But that was the whole story around, maybe a big story, but the story around the cardboard. Let me stop a little bit to catch up there. Wow, I missed a lot. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay. A line of recycled or biodegradable polymer. Okay, so an idea from Josiah is a line of recycled and biodegradable polymer. So recycled, yes, we can, and we have something. We have something amazing coming. I hope it will come this year. There is some recycled PLA on the market, right? You have seen. I don't need to mention company, but there is a lot of company that have done that. But these recycled company, they are recycling their own waste. They produce their PLA, and then the yield is never 100%. So you have some waste PLA, and then they put it back, and then they create the recycled PLA, which I think is wonderful. That means pretty much zero waste for their manufacturing process, which is amazing. The next step, which we're trying to do, is to use PLA, scrap PLA from outside, post-consumer use PLA. So I don't know, but what is made of PLA? Like the coffee capsules, for example. So you have all of these capsules, and then you recycle them, and then you put them in the filament. So not recycling your own waste. So that kind of like our PCR. The PCR that we released is literally from polycarbonate bottle. So not this. This is PET, as most of the. But those big one that you use in the water fountain. Then these one are made of polycarbonate, and we are using these plastic bottle in order to add in our polycarbonate. For biodegradable polymer, there's already biodegradable polymer out there, PLA. However, if by biodegradable you mean some kind of plastic that you can just throw away and then it kind of degrade with like in 1 month, let's say, then I think that's very hard. That's very hard. Or because on one side we want something durable, and on the other side we want something that degrades. So we could have some kind of draft filament that you print, and it's so brittle, and you print the shape, but it's so it doesn't have any how to say high mechanical property or anything, and then you just throw it and then it just disintegrate or like degrade. So we could think about something like this. I don't know if it would work, but that would be an idea. Folks, be sure to smash the like button. Thank you, Buildersmark. I don't have any mods on the chat to say all of these things. So thank you for helping. Abdullah, biodegradable, isn't Polyterra like that? Yeah, so Polyterra is one step towards that direction. I have a whole stream explaining our green marketing, because I'm really against greenwashing. So I spend you guys know, right? I did a whole stream explaining the exact meaning of our marketing towards sustainability. And I think Polyterra is a big part of it. I think it's very important to always understand, what we mean by Polyterra is more sustainable. Okay, is it because it looks more sustainable? There is a tree, it's carbospool, they have some fancy name that are related to nature, and then that's sustainable. No. There is a whole explanation. There is some data, there is some reports. And it's part of a strategy to go towards more sustainable. But anyway, there is a whole stream on this. Compared to disposable packaging, 3D print waste is probably negligible. Stephen, I think even from an industry level perspective, 3D printing is so small. FDM 3D printing, or even 3D printing, is so small that I think nobody really take it as a big ecological problem. However, 3D printing has so much potential, and people see that we are definitely afraid of not taking action now. So it's not because we're so small that we shouldn't care too much about it. It's more, we are so small, so it's right now. We have to make all of these changes right now. The carbo spool change. Polymaker as a company making such a change from plastic spool to carbo spool, it's huge. You cannot even imagine, or I guess some of you can imagine, but when you have all of this stock, you're already selling all over the world. You already have all your SKUs set up. You already have all your production set up, your supply chain set up. And then suddenly you want to change the one most important part of your packaging, that is the spool, going from plastic to cardboard. There's completely different supply chain, completely different SKUs. And so, but again, it's better to do that now that we are small. I mean, kind of small, instead of waiting, in 5 years that is going to be completely impossible. So think about this huge company when they are trying to make that sustainability change. It would be great if we could send in PLA for recycling. Yes, I know. I mean, that if there is enough people that are willing to send PLA back, then we could start something, because we cannot start the machine for, I don't know, for half a ton of PLA, right? We would start the machine for a couple tons of PLA that we can recycle. Then maybe it can be viable. But can you imagine you have to send those box of PLA? How much are you going to pay to send it back? And then we need to recycle it, and then the energy to recycle everything, and then we need to ship it back to the users. So it would be great. There is some challenging that needs to think about. I'd love if there was a plastic recycling facility in my town that could take 3D print waste to create new spools. That would be useful. They VB. The ideal situation at the moment is localized recycling. If you have a small town and there is one guy in the town in his garage that has that kind of 3D Devo, like a small extruder, and then he's taking all the PLA from his town and then he's doing the recycling, that would be amazing. And actually, that's kind of an idea that we're trying to develop, is how can we support localized recycling instead of doing the recycling ourselves. We would have an army of recycler. We could do a partnership with 3D Devo that has a very nice miniature extruder, filament extruder, and then we could kind of send them to some specific makerspace or people that are willing to do that, and then they would gather a certain amount, and then we can kind of record all the data on how much plastic we can gather, blah 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 blah. So definitely localized recycling is a great idea to investigate. I've seen some really cool stuff made with HDPE waste, but that stuff is particularly useful. Yes. But spools don't need to be strong. Well, Josiah, yes and no. The spool is the thing that is handled by people. So if you have a spool that every time you take it, then the panel stay in your hand and the rest of the spool is still on the desk, then that's a big problem. We did have a few complaints with our cardboard spool that the cardboard was broken, right? It was taken apart, torn apart, and this is something that definitely not a great experience. The whole spool might be spoiled because of tangling or something. So the spool does have importance in the product usability. I've seen a guy on TikTok that takes waste filament and makes new one. Not sure how good it is. Yeah, you can check CNC Kitchen. I think he made a whole video on how to recycle his waste. Sorry, maybe there's too many comments. So I sorry for missing that, but I still have two topics. So let's put let's put Discord, Reddit, Twitch, and TikTok aside for now. But let's talk about the new products. So the idea we had for the new colors is like this. So let me put back here. Okay. So the idea we have is, a lot of people are asking for new colors, right? Polytherapy LA, cream, or whatever color. And we were thinking, how about we do so on our side, what's the problem when we launch a new color? Well, we need people to buy it, right? If we invest into let's say 300 kg, which is almost our minimum when we need to produce the filament, 300 kg of a filament, then we need to make sure that we can sell this in 1, 2, maybe 3 months. So we need enough people for a specific color. So we were thinking, instead of guessing or doing some survey or this kind of thing, how about on our website we have a page for crowdfunded color? So people would go on that page, they would put the color they like, and then they would put money on that color. So let's say Polytherapy LA, so a spool of $20. So they would put $20 on that color, and then so if there is no color, then they just choose a color and they put $20. So they are willing to buy one spool of that color. And then some other people come and then say, oh, I like this color, I also want a spool. And then again, people buy spool. So there is no spool, right? It's a crowdfunded system. And then if it reach 300 kg, then or let's say at the beginning we bring down to let's say 100 kg, just for a proof of concept. And then if there is enough people that are willing to buy that particular color, then we would produce it and then we will add it. And we can have some kind of thing that, this color would have a specific spools. It would be the similar spools, but somehow is written somewhere crowdfunded or something like this. And then you would just enter our regular, because after we produce these first 100 spool, then the sales of these spools will already give us a forecast. And that forecast is already useful to start the production cycle. So it's just the starting point that is always a little bit hard, kick-starting a new color. So that was the idea. And then some other people would come, I want PLA Pro in gold, and then he put $25, and then I want Polymax PC in pink, and then he put the color. And what we can do is something like, you can add the money, but you can remove at any time. So as long as it doesn't reach the maximum, the threshold, as long as it doesn't reach the threshold, then you can remove. Like you can support Polytherapy LA gold today, and then tomorrow you can decide, I don't want anymore, so you just remove. And then anyway, we'll just go up and down until, if there is enough people, then you reach that threshold. And then when it's reached, then we send to all of these people, and then we start selling it on the website. So there might be some details that need to be polished, but that was the global idea. What do you guys think about a crowdfunded colors? Jake. Yeah, so we just, I don't know if you just joined, but we just talked about, I just put your tweet on stream, and we talked about some ideas about sustainability. I mean, it's a topic that we can talk about it the whole day, right? But we just had a few words on. I was interested also in the comments that I've seen on Chris' tweet. So yeah, I haven't got time to go through the whole discussion, but yeah, I'm reading it at the same time. So yeah, going back to I've been watching. Okay, great. We can. I have another stream that I did a few weeks ago on sustainability, like the whole sustainability stuff. So if you are interested, you can also check. Okay, so what do you guys think about the crowdfunding color? What's your feedback? How can we is it good? Can we improve it? Let me check. Jonathan, great idea. Let me put that on screen. Great idea. Will users be able to submit for new colors, or will it be on your site? No, definitely just the users. So at the beginning, the page will be blank, and then people would, there would be some kind of tile, I guess, and people would add a tile and then would select their color, and then would put the first $20 or whatever the cost of that material, because it has to come from a material that already exists, and then it would register one project, and then that project, people can go in that project and then support that project, or can add a new project, and then maybe at the end of the day we have a long list of a lot of colors, but at the top that would be the one that people support. But so yeah, to answer the question, the color idea would only come from people. Maybe not only. I mean, if we have some good ideas, we will also share, right? But the idea is people would come with their ideas of a color. Josia, I like the concept, especially for materials that like colors. Yes, our engineering materials, usually our mind is engineering material only need black, white, gray, maybe red and blue, but not other. But we don't know. Maybe you guys are working on I don't know, you are doing jigs and fixture, and somehow in the jigs and fixture industry, you always need a very bright color and a very dark color so that you can distinguish them properly, or you can classify them, or maybe you have so many jigs and fixture that you have a jigs and fixture for this post that will be green, and then you have another post that will be red, and then you have this shift that has pink, and then all the shifts have their colors with their jigs and fixture, or something like this. So there's so many things that can be done with 3D printing that it's very hard to guess all of it. So the best is just users, when they need, they have a platform where they can just ask, and they can just they can be supported by other users, and then we can create what actually matters. Murdoch, I would definitely be interested in this concept and would support for your nylons. Same for our nylon GF, for example, glass fiber reinforced. A lot of people ask for new colors, but they are a little bit different. So if we have a platform where people ask for a PS6 GF orange, then all the people that would like orange would just support that project. So there is also a big difference between doing a survey and doing a crowdfunding. Why? Because when you do a survey, you might have 1,000 people that says, oh yeah, that would be wonderful to have Polytera PLA cream. And then when you launch cream, then nobody buy. It's just, oh, it would be great because then you have 40 colors. But actually, if it comes out, then I'm not going to buy. But if it's crowdfunded, then people that are willing to put the money into that project to make it happen, like buy a product that haven't even been released, then we are a little bit more confident of releasing that color. Because, well, first, the kickstart of the production would be handled by the community, by the people that bring that project to life. And that's why we want to have a specific spools, because that project was successful because of the community. So we want to put something special on that spool that says, you guys have access to this color, not because of us, but because of the hundreds of people that has supported that particular project. Stephen, I like the idea for crowdfunding. It is definitely risky for a company to release new product without a guarantee people will buy. Yeah. So we want to do a mix. We don't want all the risk to be on the community, right? But at some point, sometimes we are a little bit limited. Like, for example, Polytera PLA. There is 7 colors that are coming. You guys are going to see it soon. So that's going to be 36 different color of Polytera PLA. And then at some point, we don't know. At some point the risk is so high, we can release something that people really don't care about it. But at this point, then maybe people can just come up with some ideas, but better than we can. Just color or also types like silk? Yeah, types is also fine as long as we already have it. So I'm not talking about new type of material like PCCF, for example, wouldn't be into that crowdfunding stuff. Why? Because we don't know whether it is possible or not. So we don't want people to put money on something and then sacrifice their money on something. I mean, sacrifice we will give back if it's not possible, but that means during 3 months you don't have access to that cash that you put there. So we don't want to do that for new product. But for product we already have, then we know we can do pretty much all the colors. Silk we already have. You can ask for a specific silk, regular color, a specific glow in the dark, a specific what do we have, matte color, a specific lightweight. Yeah, all of these one, then there's no problem. And also, actually, that just make me thinking, you can also ask for bigger spool. Maybe we can also add this if because launching the weight is also something that is difficult for us. Are we launching 500 gram? Are we launching 1 kg? Are we launching 3 kg, 5 kg, 10 kg, 20 kg? We don't know. And you can ask if we have a lot of people that ask for 5 kg Polylight PLA teal, then why not? Then we just release that one. Right now we have 5 kg white, 5 kg black, but maybe people that are using 5 kg also want some, some other colors. Would be chose from a Pantone map? No, actually, we had some discussion with Pantone. We were using the Pantone code wrongly, and we had some discussion with them if we can make it right. But unfortunately, well, we are still talking. We are still talking with them to see if we can have a better way of showing our colors. Right now, we are working with hex code. And that most likely would be still that when we will launch. But that's another good question. That's one of the details that needs to be answered, is how can we make sure that the color that is crowdfunded is the color that we are going to release, or like the exact one, because we can compare. But what we can do is, we can select maybe the one that has started the crowdfunding, that started the project, and then we send a sample to him. So he will be, oh yeah, maybe we can do something like this. The owner of the project will be the one that will select the color. So I mean, he cannot put a purple one and then finally he decide a dark blue or something like this. But he will be, or maybe the top 5 or the top 10. I don't know. But we can select a sample of people that would help us defining, what's the exact color. Even if someone says they are interested in a new color, it's not guaranteed they will actually buy. Voting with your wallet is what actually is matter. Yeah, that's the idea. Maybe if you have to put something from yourself forward in order to vote for something, maybe the vote is somehow more significant or have more weight. The first person to put their money down should get to pick the name of the color. Yeah, the color name is also a detail that we need to figure out. Do we allow people to choose whatever name they want, or we will still be the one selecting the name? Polymaker Warmer Gamma Pink PS6GF. Put your project. If you guys like the idea, we can set up the page, and then you guys can put your projects. Idea from the community are infinite, so clearly a good way to develop new colors. Yes, non-fam, you're right. Nick, I was going to go broke getting new colors. I blame Loyal. Yeah, I think if we start this project, Loyals is definitely gonna have a problem with keeping up with all the colors. 10 kg spool. Yeah, our biggest spool so far was 20 kg, I think. It was for a business that was doing some kind of service. But yeah, 20 kg spool was the biggest we did. Launch 500 kg spool and discontinue it the next weekend, and only make one spool if you're willing to. The 5 kg spool for us was too big. How can you handle 5 kg? And we launched we launched 10 5 kg spool. In 2 days, these 5 kg spool were gone. Then we launched 20. Then they're gone in less than a week. And we launched 50. It's gone in a week. Now I think it's already arrived, but we have 100 spool. And let's see how long it takes. But definitely now, if we do it, we have to start slowly. But now that we know people need 5 kg spool, then we invest much more into the packaging, and then how to make sure that it's the quality stays the same in 5 kg spool, color consistency, winding needs to be very very well controlled, etc., etc. Okay, I finished the chat, and then we draw the winner of today. So don't forget to type this in the chat. Dark red silk, please. 5 kg. That's most want I use on big project. Don't care about the color much for that. Dark red silk. Yeah, again, all of this idea. If we have that platform, then you can just put it in. I do kind of want small spools for filament. I want to try out. Yeah, we had that demand also, like some small, like for example, for Polytera PLA, we had some people that ask if we can have a cartoon with all the colors in a very small spool, like a 200-gram spool, and then they would purchase the whole cartoon, and then they would have all these colors inside. So that's also some ideas. Just got home, was kidnapped for birthday dinner. Yeah, Robert, thank you for joining. Unfortunately, we're almost finished, but that's good. You can just type this in the chat so that you can hope to win a spool. Imagine needing a MIDI crane to load your printing filament. If it's the most easily sendable filament, I'll take it. Which filament are you talking about, Randall? Sendable filament is Polytera PLA. Check out Polytera PLA. That should be the most easily sendable PLA filament on the market. It should be. So you can check. It's not the most easily sendable filament, because that would be polycarbonate, but it's the most easily sendable PLA on the market, I believe. Happy birthday, Robert. Oh, it was your birthday. Oh, sorry, I didn't get that. Just kidnapped for birthday dinner. Okay, so happy birthday for Robert, and you are awesome. Yes, definitely. What about new filament type like PCCF? Yeah, like I said, on that platform there won't be new type of filament. There will only be new colors, because new colors we can commit to it. New materials needs a lot of R&D, and you could invest. You could crowdfund a color, a new material, and you could see it 2 years after. So that maybe not for new material. Robert, Nick, did you ever get my email for other giveaway? Yeah, I should have. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, I should have empty my task list for all the giveaway. So did you check your email? You didn't receive anything from me yesterday? If not, then I don't know where is your email. I went through the whole junk mail as well, everything. So sorry, maybe reach out to me again. Sorry if you did multiple times, but definitely yesterday I should have cleared everything. Okay, Terry Robinson. Okay, last question. Which is stronger, nylon 6 carbon fiber or nylon 12 carbon fiber? Depending on what you mean by stronger. If you're talking about stronger in terms of, let's say, tensile strength and rigidity, then nylon 6 carbon fiber in a dry state is the strongest one, but nylon 12 CF is the strongest one over time, because both of them is going to absorb moisture, and the nylon 6 is going to absorb so much moisture that it will lose the modulus. It will gain into the impact strength but lose the modulus, the rigidity. So nylon 12 over time as a real application is definitely the strongest out of the two. Okay, so I think we got everything. It's been 1 hour and 10 minutes. I'm a little bit over time. Sorry for having these 10 extra minutes. I want everyone to have in their mind this is 60 minutes, and then they can book their 60 minutes, and then they can commit to this 1 hour. But let's draw. That's time. It's time to draw. Let me share. Giveaway. Okay, let's go. Okay, so we have 21 entries. How many viewers do we have? 19 viewers. Sorry. So maybe two of them, if they are selected, won't have their spools. Okay. So are you guys ready? Has everyone entered? Faye, I see that Faye L hasn't entered. Great. I give you 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds to make sure you have your entry in. There is a video explaining all polyamide materials. Super cool. Check it out. Yes, Santiago, definitely. And then soon you will have a dashboard with all the data that will be very easy to use. Kevin Tucker, I'm awesome. Yes. Okay, looks like you already entered. I entered 3 times. Does that count? No, unfortunately, only 1 time. Okay. I guess ready? Okay, let's draw our winner of this week. 3, 2, 1, drawing. So the winner of this week stream is Gem Centaurus. Congratulations. So now the question is, because I think you were one of the first one in the chat. So have you made it the whole stream? Did you make it? I think you were one of the first on the stream. So have you made the 1 hour, 12 minutes and 45 seconds? No, yes, no. I still cannot see. Are you still here? A free spool, free shipping all over the world. And you can even choose. Your spool, whatever the color, the material, anything. No? A lot of congratulations. Still no? I'll wait a little bit more. I know we had 21 entries, but only 19 viewers. Oh, 20 viewers now. Oh, 20. Is that James Centuries that is coming back? Oh, come on. No? Still no? Okay, I guess we're gonna have to draw again. Okay, 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw again. Who is going to be the new winner? The new winner will be Davey B. Do we have Davey B still in the chat? Come on. The second one should be good, no? Please, Davey B. Am I drawing all the one that left? Still nothing. David Aim. No, I want Davey B. Still nothing? Davey or Davey B? Oh, come on. Did I draw the only 2-1 that left? No way. Should still be here, maybe. Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm waiting because maybe there is some lag, but I guess I guess now not there. Third time is a charm, Abdullah. Yeah, I guess there's gonna be a third draw. I mean, it's not like we have a lot of people in the stream, right? It's like 20 people, which means drawing 2 people that are not there out of 21 entries. I'm the lucky one in the story. How did I manage to do that? Okay, then I guess we'll start the counter. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw again. So the third time. Congratulations to Robert. I think, Robert, you are here. I think you're here, no? Let me check. I think you joined. I think we just, is that, was it the one with the birthday? That would be awesome. Is it the one that just joined and had his birthday today? That would be so amazing. What a birthday gift. Oh, come on, Robert. Come on. Yeah, he's here. Happy birthday. How awesome is that? How awesome is that? It's your birthday today, right? That's amazing. You see, we had to draw 3 times because you had to get your spools for your birthday. That's amazing. Okay, congratulations, Robert. I think that's just perfect. I mean, yeah, life is well done, right? Birthday gift. So contact me there. Let me change the banner. Contact me there. I will be much more responsive. I'll if you send the email today, because it's your evening, but I still have the whole day for me. So I will just order that spool. So congratulations again to Robert. Thank you everyone for coming to this stream. I think it was really nice. We haven't talked too much about the different channels, what we could do with the different channels. So maybe let's do that in our next stream. And until then, stay safe. I don't know how is the COVID situation in your different countries. I guess better than here, but we are still. I think now the whole Shanghai, I think, is locked down for 5 days, and the first day is today. So during 5 days, I'm going to speak to my computer about 3D printing. Okay, thank you everyone for joining again, and then I will see you all next week.